On a chilly 27-degree day here in Sioux City, Iowa, we have got one of the biggest rivalries in USHL here tonight between the Omaha Lancers and the Sioux City Musketeers. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the broadcast booth. I am Ronnie Vadine with you all. Can't wait to be with you all here this evening. It's going to be a lot of fun. Of course, it's basically our annual night before Thanksgiving game. Hang on, I gotta make sure. Okay, Mike, hold on. There we go. Gotta make sure my mic's working, because we're screen recording this game. That's usually what I do, just in case something funny happens with the stream. So anyway, as I was saying, Omaha, they come into tonight after, a tough weekend versus Dubuque last week at home. They got outscored in that game 10-3. They're hoping for a much better week this week, and it starts by taking on, Sioux City. So yeah, at Sioux City, they come into this weekend after, a somewhat successful weekend, I would say. They played well in both games last week, but just for some reason, they just couldn't pull it out Friday night. And, even though Saturday night was a tough one, they pretty much outplayed Des Moines, and it was pretty good. 6-4 was the final score on that. And then 3-2 was the final on Friday night. So yeah, I have a feeling it's going to be a great game here this evening. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to continue more of our pregame show. So we'll take a break. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
subs and salads, you need to give us a try. Eat in, take out, or delivered to your door. The huge line of specialty pizzas is second to none. And with 3 different restaurants to choose from. That's right, 3. Gang Mills, Lawrenceville, Elkland. Making the pizza. Making the pizza. So stop on down to one of the 3 great locations and call us up to let our crews hook you up. Oh, yeah.
Oh, God. Welcome back. Well, and we came back to some bad news. We have got the worst referee, Daniel Fagan, in the league, in the building tonight, and he's going to be one of the referees. We are screwed, at least penalty-wise. So if they're lopsided one way, well, you know why. So, yeah, just a fair warning to everybody. Anyway, let's take a look at how these teams stack up against each other and starting lineups, the lineup cards, and all that. So we'll start with Omaha. They score 2 goals a game. They give up 4.52. Their power plays at 6.7%, which is 16th, bottom of the league. Their penalty kill, well, just 2 places above it at 14th at 69.7%. Sioux City, they score 3.19 goals a game. They give up 4.24. They got to keep that down as much as you can. They've been getting it down over the last couple of weeks, so that's been good. And their penalty kills at 80.7%, which is tied for 6th overall in the league. Scratches for tonight's game. We'll start out with Omaha. We have Brady Arneson, David Ruby. Those are both healthy scratches. Hudson Kowalchuk is injured, and Thaddeus McMahon, they're all injured. And Owen Smith is a healthy scratch as well. So, yeah. For Sioux City, Gavin Gary's still on IR. We won't be seeing him until after Christmas, that we know that. But Pavel Martinu, he's a healthy scratch, and so is Caden Okavita. We're going to see the return of Dallas Potter to the lineup tonight. So that'll be something exciting to see, I am sure. We'll take a look at the starting lineup here just for Omaha. At left wing, we have Cam Karen. At center, Tommy Spencer. At right wing, Ryan Aronson. Then at left defense, Henrik Lasky. And at right defense, Ryder Reynolds. The starting goaltender tonight will be Devin Shaker for Omaha. For Sioux City, we'll run down their line chart here just quickly. First line is been put back together, which is good. Luke Gary, William Tomko, and Trey Jeffress. Second line, Daniil Booten, Kaysen Musket, and Jake Tavares. Third line, Dallas View, Lenny Geiger, and Elias Vatne. Fourth line, Dakota Bailey, Dallas Potter, and Max Anderson. And the extra forward tonight is Travis Poliski. The defensemen go like this. First line, left defense, Shane Gold and Matej Tepley. Second line, Mason Stanger, Ryan Poyer. Third line, Christian Lyons and Gavin Carr. And the backup goaltender tonight will be Jack Fickthorn. We're going to see for the first time at home this year, and only a second game played, Ryder Shea. So we'll talk about him more a little bit later. We're on 10 minutes later tonight because this game is actually being broadcasted locally here in town. So, because of that, they had to push it back, the start time, 10 minutes. Back by 10 minutes. So, yeah, it's going to be a fun night, I have a feeling. And we're so glad you could be with us for that. Because, there's multiple ways you could watch the game tonight, and you chose my way. So, and that's always a good thing, because we have the TV, and we have the live stream, and then we have the radio. So, yeah, and then you got mine. So we're so glad you could be here watching us this evening. Because of that, I have to channel my brain a little bit because we are 10 minutes ahead. In fact, I think, we are going to take a commercial break, and when we come back, we'll have the starting lineup, the national anthem, the Muskies will hit the ice, all that good stuff. So stay tuned. The pregame continues right here on RVN. Stay tuned.
When there's no man around, think about the months it takes us to brew and age it. But the long, careful golden age of Schlitz is what makes it America's choicest premium beer. When you're out of Schlitz, your disaster, you're out of beer. Schlitz. Take the voice of this lovely woman, Mrs. Trump, and put it into this damn line to tell the world the benefits of Aflac with sex appeal. Brilliant, sir! I know. Now thrill the switch.
If you hurt and can't work, Aflac can help pay your bills with cash.
Genius! And her? Aflac!
Welcome back, everybody. We're still about 7+ minutes away from puck drop, but yeah, right now they're playing the little video they play on the Jumbotron before every game. Doing that right now. Hopefully it'll be a fun night tonight. Hopefully we'll win tonight because we, as I said in the last part of our pregame, we have the worst referee in the whole entire league here tonight. So yeah, usually with that, when the reffing is bad and as bad as it can get with him, then usually that means we lose. But the last time he was in Sioux City was back on November 8th against Dubuque, and that was actually probably the best officiated game of his career. I mean, the penalties were lopsided in Dubuque's favor, but at least they were, you know, at least we didn't get completely screwed, I'll put it that way. Because obviously you know what happened on that next day on the Sunday. I mean, that was horrific with the capital H, if we're being honest. So yeah, hopefully he won't give us one of those performances tonight, because if he does, holy hell, you'll hear it from me, I'll tell you that much. Although I know you guys like it when I share my opinions, even though most of my opinions are fact when it comes to Sioux City and USHL and things like that. And this is not an opinion. Fagan is the worst referee. You ask any fan in this league from any team, they're going to say he's the worst ref. So it's not just my word this time around, at least. So, well, Omaha just hit the ice. And those cheers that you just heard, they weren't from Omaha fans. They were all from Musketeers fans because they had the Musketeers jerseys on. So, but yeah, we haven't seen Omaha all year, at least at home. We saw them 2 weeks ago. That was a 6-2 victory on Saturday the 15th. So, let's see. Are the Muskies down there in the tunnel? Oh, here they come. Coming up, the starting lineup. Our national anthem will get you set with both goaltenders, both starting goaltenders, and then it's going to be puck drop, baby. Let's have a fun one.
Cycling from Westchester, Pennsylvania, number 10, Trey Jeffrey. And left defense from Princeton, Massachusetts, number 9, Shane Gould. And at right defense from Stamford, Connecticut, number 2, Martin Cutley. And in net from Framingham, Massachusetts, number 31, Ryder Shea. For your Musketeers, gentlemen, Rashawn Clark, Associate Head Coach Alex Doyle, Assistant Coach Jared Kersner, Goaltending Coach Shane Clifford, Hockey Analyst Zach Hamons, Athletic Trainers Erica Eipel, Equipment Manager Zach Peterson, and your Head Coach, Jason Kersner. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please turn your attention to the ice as the national anthem is performed by Katie Brewer.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Let's hear it for Katie Brewer, everyone.
Time for the starting goaltenders for tonight for Omaha. Devin Shaker, 3-8-1-0, a 4.37 goals against average and a .868 save percentage with 2 penalty minutes. So don't screw around with him. That's all I'm going to say. And for Sioux City, Ryder Shea, of course, in his one start, 1-0-0-0, a 4.07 goals against and a .862 save percentage. Of course, he started last Saturday versus Des Moines and did pretty well. The team around him, at least in my opinion, was questionable at times, but you know what? They made it work and they found a way to win, and that's one of the keys for Jason Kersner, finding a way to win the game. That's really been this team's motto the last couple of years, so here we go. I think we're ready to go here. I don't know about you all, but I'm ready. Let's see. Oh, God, already. The referees are already at the Musketeers bench. I don't know what the hell's going on already to start out. What could it possibly be? Oh, my gosh. Whoa, 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 whoa. Dallas View's going to the penalty box to start this game. Why?
We do have penalties for delay of game. Being assessed to Omaha's number 88.
Oh, well, Omaha's getting one, too.
And the Sioux City's number 21, Dallas View, each 2 minutes for delay of game.
And of course, it would be Daniel Fagan making that call, the worst ref in the league. There we go. Now are we ready to go, or what? We are, yes. Puck's dropped, and we're off and underway. Omaha wins the draw, and they will control it in their own zone. Luke Gary's immediately tripped up by Ryan Aronson. I don't know why, but boy, I don't think the first shot was stopped by Ryder Shea, so a good stop or start there for Sioux City. But oh, weird things happen all the time, I'm telling you. Daniel Fagan, worst referee in the league, and he's showing it not even basically before the game starts. I mean, holy hell. Face-off will come to the left of Ryder Shea. Tommy Spencer takes the draw, and he wins it, and the shot immediately off the draw went wide. Puck taken there by Henrik Lasky in a scramble for. Immediately getting buried, Matej Tupley. Tommy Spencer's down there. Picked up Henrik Lasky, he keeps it in. Then he got tripped up by Jeffress. Tupley takes it up. Oh, Spencer gets tripped up, and he's gone to the box. And that wasn't even Fagan who made the call. 35 seconds in. We'll skate 4-on-3. Boy, 3 penalties in the first 35 seconds, rather, excuse me. You know, that happened. Muskie's on an early power play. We'll see if they can convert on it. Omaha immediately clears it down ice. Sioux City's power play, 21.1%. Could be better. Omaha's penalty kills at 69.7%, which is 11th. So which is 14th in the league, rather. Excuse me. So let's see if we can use that to our advantage. Here's Shane Gold out towards center. 3 forwards and 1 D for Sioux City out there with Shane Gold at center. Feeds it off Elias Vatne. Our power play unit's missing a guy, but that wouldn't have happened had they not had a delay of game penalty. William Tomko out towards center. Tomko crosses the blue line there for Elias Vatne. Passes one back to Shane Gold. Here's Gold out towards the blue line. Gold on across Vatne. Takes a shot, went wide. Picked up there by Gold at the blue line. Gold on Vatne, one-timer save made by Shaker, and it's cleared out towards center and down ice. Shea keeps it for Shane Gold. He rolls behind the net. Gold rolls up the left side, feeds it back behind to Matej Tupley. Tupley towards center. It's off to Lenny Geiger, who scored a hat trick on Saturday night. It's only 3 goals of the season, and plus it was his birthday on Monday, so happy belated birthday to him. Here's Lenny Geiger, feeds it on Matej Tupley. So we're now on 5-on-4. Geiger, one-time shot, got blocked by Lasky in front, and it's taken there by Trey Jeffress. Still 26 seconds left on a Musketeers power play. It's taken there by Mason Stanger at the blue line. Stanger on across to Tupley. Tupley down there, Geiger, pass across, couldn't get anywhere. Shaker was there. Jeffress feeds it on back to Tupley. Tupley there in front. Geiger feeds it on out to Mason Stanger in the circle. Stanger feeds it on over to Dallas View. View out towards the blue line. View feeds it on over Stanger. 4 seconds left on the power play. He tried passing it into the corner to Lenny Geiger. Now it comes out in front for View. A shot got blocked. I think he might have just fanned on it. But either way, Jeffress keeps it. Feeds it on over to Mason Stanger. Down there, Dallas View in the corner. View feeds it on over to Jeffress. Jeffress takes a shot, went wide. Picked up there by Matej Tupley. Stays around the blue line. Jeffress is there. Jeffress picked up now by Ryder Reynolds. On out towards center. Picked up Matej Tupley. Feeds it on in there for Dallas View. Here's View. Sticked off the glass by Reynolds. Reynolds down there in the corner. On back for Gavin Carr. Carr takes a shot. Save made by Shaker.
Fans, Hy-Vee is providing some big giveaway items tonight. Sign up for session 1-6.
Dang. I could win a steak dinner, a meat bundle. Holy. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving, to be fair, but face-off will come to the left of Shaker. Musket will take the draw with, I want to say that was Charlie Vig, and it was. Lions down there in the corner for Jake Tavares. Pinned up against the boards by Yorku. Yorku down there in the corner with Case and Musket. Vig was there too. Musket feeds it out. Tavares back behind the net. Daniil Booten in the corner. Booten back behind the net there with Kaysen Musket. Here's Musket out in front, fanning on the shot, but it gets back to Gavin Carr. Shot save made there by Shaker. It rolls into the corner. Charlie Vig was there. Igor Kim into the corner, and icing is called. 3 minutes and 47 seconds have gone here so far in this one.
Fremont Tire is the presenting sponsor of Musketeers Hockey. Fremont Tire is in 3 locations across the Sioux City Metro with the stores 2721 Morningside Ave. You won't get food coffee, just great.
Face-off will come to the left of Shaker. Potter wins the drop. The corner. Picked up by Yorku out towards center there with Igor Kim. Now taken away Dakota Bailey. Here's Bailey up the right side. Bailey's shot went up high and out of play into the netting. I thought Shaker had it in his glove. Immediately pointed up, and that's where the puck was up and out of play. Face-off will come to the left of Shaker. William Tomko will take the draw with Tanner Morgan. Drop it. There you go. Don't know why. It always got to take them 20 minutes to drop the biscuit, but and we can't chop that up to Daniel Fagan either. It's just the linesmen. They don't know what the hell they're doing. Jeffress there at center. D. St. Hubert with it. Off the boards. Puck will roll into the corner behind the net of Shea. Poyer almost intercepted Markinitis. Now taken there by William Tomko out towards the blue line there. Now Jeffress again feeds it on over. Tomko tips one in. Kept behind the net there. Askey sends it down into the corner, and icing is called.
To the Metro staff, icing.
Face-off will come to the right here of Shaker. Tanner Morgan again at the draw with Lenny Geiger. View, Geiger, Vatne, Tepley, and Gold out there for Sioux City. Sioux City had a shaky start, first 5 minutes, but turned it around, so that's good. Stanius intercept View towards the blue line. View sends it back in behind the net. Here's Gold with it now. Gold down there in the corner. Gold there for Vatne. Vatne takes a shot. Save made by Shaker. And we've got some extras going on afterwards, because of course we do. 14:45 left to go here in this first period. We'll take a break. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Consider the care and feeding of a motor vehicle. City buses like diesel fuel. Little fellas take economy gasoline. Folks in the middle go for regular. And powerful cars use premium. But a car that knocks needs Gulf No-Nox. No-Nox is a special premium with additives that stop cars from knocking. Imagine what No-Nox can do for a car that knock. Try a little and see.
Welcome back, everybody. 14:45 left to go in this first period. We are tied up at 0. Face-off will come to the right of Shaker. Tanner Morgan will take the draw with Dallas Potter. His first game back from injury, which is great. Missed the last couple of weeks. Face-off's won. Comes back to Shane Gold. Feeds it on for Matej Tepley. Shot save made by Shaker. Now it comes out towards the blue line. At least I thought it was gonna. Potter. Now taken back by Ryder Reynolds towards center. Matej Tepley was there. Here's Tepley feeding it into the hands of Dallas Potter. Here's Potter out towards center ice. Potter feeds it on Dakota Bailey. Nice pass across. Cannot connect with Shane Gold. Gold is there. He feeds it out to Bailey. Bailey down there tipped. Into the corner, Max Anderson. Here's a shot save made by Shaker from Matej Tepley. Now it's taken back the other way by George Lovell, former Musketeer. Is on the ice, and now just like that, he's off. Oh, wait, no, he's not. Potter feeds it on over to Shane Gold. Maybe just the defensemen were changing, who knows. Here's it. Now he goes off. Cam Karen with it behind the net. Karen feeds it on over. Uh-oh, it's bobbled there by Graham. Drake Graham gets it down there. Jake Tavares will take it away. Graham battling for it, but Ryan Aronson has it off the boards, and it rolls all the way down ice. Shea plays it back behind the net there for Gavin Carr. Christian Lyons with it. Feeds it on out, Kaysen Musket. Here's Musket, nice moves, takes a shot, got deflected into the netting and out of play.
First financial puck on play. Fans, let's go to the top of section 106.
Uh-oh.
We are giving away steak night for two to Hy-Vee steak night on Thursdays, and a meat bundle valued over $50. This one is for the meat bundle, and it goes to Dave Clem. Dave Clem, you just won a Hy-Vee meat bundle.
Face off will come to the right here of Shaker. Geiger will take the draw with, well, that used to be Dakota Bailey's number in Omaha, but it's Charlie Vig. Here's Vatne with it. Feeds it on over to Christian Lyons. Picked up there by Gavin Carr. Carr down there in the corner. Reese Lance is there. Lance off the boards, mishandled by Igor Kim. It rolls into the corner for an icing. You know, if Omaha just played the puck, they wouldn't have to worry about icing it, but hell if I know, as they say. Face-off will come to the right of Shaker. It'll be Geiger and Vig again at the draw. Vig wins it, gets it back for Reese Lance behind the net. Lance feeds it into the corner. Into the hands of Christian Lyons. Cannot connect to Lenny Geiger, but he will get it in the corner. Geiger mishandled there by View. It's View sending it out towards center. Gavin Carr has it. Carr feeds it off to Dallas View at center. View picked up there by Christian Lyons. Oh, he bobbled it and then fell. Just lost his footing, that's all. Cole Hiles at center. Picked up Elias Vatne now. Vatne on over Mason Stanger. Towards center, Findy St. Hubert with it at the blue line. That's a mouthful. Here's Tomko pass in front. Went to nowhere except for Igor Kim. And he'll take it up ice. Jack Stanius was there too. Now View throws one off the glass. I think it partially hit the netting, but you know, Daniel Fagan was right under it, so he could have easily called, but instead took a risk. And let's see what happens here. Stanger feeds it on over. Jeffress, a shot just went wide. I wish it would have hit him in the head. He's got a helmet on. He'll be fine. Here's Poyer. A shot went wide. Picked up there by Mason Stanger in the corner. Jeffress right back out there. Here's Poyer. Shot just went wide. I think Shaker got a piece of it. Taken there by Poyer. Poyer feeds it on to Mason Stanger. Stanger takes a shot. It went wide. Here's Tomko with it down there in the corner. Tomko picked up by lefty Markinitis. Stanius was there. Now Markinitis out towards center. Jeffress chasing after him. Yeah, there was 4 Musketeer defenders in the way. I don't know why he thought that was going to work. But here's Tomko feeding it out towards center over the head of Luke Gary. Taken there by Drake Graham. Here's Graham. Sent back in by George Lovell, of course, the former Musketeer. Poyer feeds it back in the other way. Matej Tepley. Tepley behind Poyer. Yurku flips it towards the net. Now it's Luke Gary off the boards. Solano into the hands of Tepley. Tepley now for Dakota Bailey against his former team. In fact, I think we acquired Bailey from the George Lovell trade, if I remember correctly. So, yeah. Here's Max Anderson out towards the blue line. Lovell got sandwiched between both of his former teammates, Poliski and Anderson. Dakota Bailey, and I think that was Izrailov. Yeah, they almost went after each other. Now puck's in a scramble for down there in the corner. It's just stuck there. Nobody's moving it. It's okay, well, usually you'd blow the whistle, but nope. Just let him play. Puck is sent out towards center. Tepley with it. Tepley up the left side. Tepley feeds it on to Max Anderson. Anderson on over Finn de St. Hebert. Lance off the boards. Out towards center. Tommy Spencer with it. Spencer feeds it on de St. Hebert. Tipped in front of the goal. Boy, a huge collision down there in the crease. Had about 4 or 5 guys run into each other, but Cam Karen really got knocked by it. We'll take a break. We'll be back.
Decisions. Do I want good, rich flavor or one that's lower in tar than the best-selling Filter King? Wait. Now one cigarette gives you both. Pall Mall Gold. Newest U.S. government figures show Pall Mall Gold 100s now lower in tar than the best-selling Filter King. Longer, yet now lower in tar than the best-selling Filter King. You make out better at both ends with Big Tip Pall Mall Gold. Tastier, milder. Pall Mall Menthol, too.
Hey! I'm the new adjustable Gillette Techmatic razor. My brother, the old Techmatic, was made for average beards, but I have this new thing on the cartridge. I can take care of light beards, not so light beards, average beards, heavy beards, and even heavier beards. At this setting, I'll give you the closest shave you've ever had in your life. The new adjustable Gillette Techmatic razor!
Welcome back, everybody. We actually weren't supposed to take a commercial break there, but Kason Muskett's going to get a boarding penalty, and he is hearing it from the Omaha bench right now. See, now is the TV timeout, but yeah, once we take that here on RVN, we must go with it. So, Kason Muskett is going to the box. Why? Who knows? Boarding is the call. I wonder if Omaha is going to challenge this for a major. Oh, shoot. That's not the right. For sure it'll be a 2, but is it going to come with any other repercussions? That's the question. Well, now they're just standing there. They put Muskett in the box. Everyone's just standing there, not doing anything. I don't think, at least not right now, they're reviewing it. Okay, well, it's just the 2. Yeah, that was a little iffy, but... Wow, they're not even going with the TV timeout now. Well, it's mandatory 2 per period, so we already had ours. So, yeah. Well, now all the Musketeer players are going back to their bench. What the hell's going on? Well, originally they were going to have too many men out there because there was 5 guys. And, of course, since Omaha's the power play, it's 5 on 4. So... Okay, I think we got our crap figured out now. Well, the refs do. Cam Karen takes the draw with Trey Jeffers. Karen wins the draw. Towards center, taken away by Luke Gary. Feeds it out towards center. if you're going to get it to anybody, get it to Trey Jeffress. 3 shorthanded goals on the year. He leads the league in that department. Pass to Trey. Now it's Lance down there with Tanner Morgan. Picked up there by Cole Hiles. Lance again. Lance feeds it on over Markinitis. Markinitis down there in the corner, battling for it with Lyons. Here's Karen with it. Karen feeds it on over to Markinitis again. Markinitis shot save made by Ryder Shea. Face-off will come to the left of Ryder Shea. See, it'll be View, Anderson, Carr, and Tepley. It'll be View and Vig at the face-off. Face-off's won. Taken there by View. View. Back behind the net. Konjevich. Back behind the net. Konjevich feeds it back behind there. Ryan Aronson. Aronson out towards center. Crosses the blue line. Aronson feeds it on back to Konjevich. Konjevich towards the blue line. On back Aronson. Shot save made by Ryder Shea. Face-off will come to the left of Ryder Shea. Cam Karen wins the draw. 36 seconds left to go on the Omaha power play. Forgot they were even on the power play, to be quite honest with you. Jeffress out Markinitis at the blue line. Picked up by Tanner Morgan. Morgan down there with Stenger. Cole Hiles on out. Lefty Markinitis takes a shot. Save made by Ryder Shea. Trey Jeffress tries to get it out and he can't. 12 seconds left to go on the power play. It's Markinitis, feeds it on to Cole Hiles. Back to Markinitis at the blue line now for Reese Lance in the circle. Lance down there in the corner. Feeds it back to Markinitis. On a cross, cannot connect Cole Hiles. Here's a shot, dragged back behind the net. Ryder Shea, and Tepley knocks it down. That could have been an awful bounce into the net. Had he not gotten in the way, Markinitis' shot got blocked. Another shot blocked by Case and Musket for Markinitis. Now it's Tanner Morgan working with it in the circle. Musket's there, and Tepley will clear the puck down ice. We needed one, that's for sure. Icing is called. Face-off will come to the right of Ryder Shea. Musket and Solano at the draw. Yeah, I'd be a hell of a lot happier if linesman dropped the puck. There we go. Here's Luke Gary out towards center. Gary sends it down just wide of Shaker. See, that's the thing. Linesmen in all levels of hockey didn't really give a crap about things like that till about 10 years ago. So, here's Gavin Carr with it there for Dallas View. View picked up by Ryder Reynolds. Behind the net, Reynolds. I thought he was going to give it to Solano, but nope, nope, nope. Puck will be sent back behind the net there of Ryder Shea. Shea feeds it around to Gavin Carr. Now it's level, tipped in front of the goal. Solano. On-angle shot was stopped by Ryder Shea. Elias Votnick. I guess he doesn't really care between the two. Of course, we already talked about that. He doesn't care if whether or not you call him Elias or Elias, but you know. because I called him Elias to start the year, and then I found out it's pronounced Elias, and now apparently he doesn't care between the two. So Ryan Aronson is buried by Tepley, and he's going to get called for that. Good Lord. And it's not even Fagan making these calls. It's this other guy with the orange stripe. That's the surprising thing about this.
Okay, who wants to win some steaks, some ribs, and some burgers?
Cross-check will be the call.
Steaks, ribs, and burgers right here from IV. Who wants it?
Holy hell.
Jamie Gordon, you just won. Steaks, ribs, and burgers. It's the meat bundle from IV. Jamie Gordon.
Face-off will come to the right of Ryder Shea.
Like to do the box. For Bill's records, your bad calls. Call Vixen and Laughlin. They turn penalties into compromise. Penalty City's number 2 and takes after 2 minutes.
Well, puck's immediately cleared down ice. We'll take that, but here's Aronson with it. Aronson crosses the blue line. Lions off the glass. Heard a whistle. Think it's offsides. Delayed offsides call, if that was the case. Oh, is somebody getting a penalty? Looks like Charlie Vig or somebody. Or did Sioux City call a timeout? That's what I think it sounded like. Because Alex Doyle's talking with the referee, because Jason Kersner, he's done talking with the refs, and I don't blame him. Well, if the refs weren't, stuck up their own asses, this wouldn't be such a big issue, but... Well, now they just put Max Anderson in the box. My God! For what? For what? That's what I want to know. For what?
Okay, this is number 18, Max Anderson. For a bench liner, unfortunately,
Oh, God. I mean, that one was a Fagan call, and that's the definition of a Fagan call. Markonitis tip got wide. Oh, please kill this off. Please kill this off. Their power play's dead last in the league. Don't frick this up. Shot got blocked. Taken there by Christian Lyons. He gets it out towards center and makes Omaha work. Please. There's Markonitis with it. Markonitis. Back behind the net. Tipped in front. Ooh, it was a bad tip, or bad bounce, I should say. Israelov with it. Israelov feeds it on over to Reese Lance. Lance on back. Markonitis slap shot got blocked in front of the goal. Israelov with it. Back towards the blue line. Oh, please. Markonitis shot save made by Ryder Shea. Here's Lance with it. Lance towards the blue line. Another shot got blocked, this time by Stanger. Oh, here's Karen with it. Karen feeds it on over. Karen shot saved by Ryder Shea. He is en flago right now. So 17 seconds left on 5-on-3. Then Omaha's going to have a power play for 22 seconds. Oh, please, please, please. Face-off's won. Here's Konevich with it. Konevich feeds it on over. Here for Ryan Aronson. Aronson down odd angle. Blocked there by Poyer. Poyer feeds it on out. Aronson. 3 seconds left to go on 5-on-3. Shot went wide. Tepley comes down to the box, so 5-on-4 for the next 20 seconds. Here's Tepley with it out towards center. Luke Gary a little poke at it. Ryan Aronson there around the blue line. Aronson towards center, spins around Trey Jeffress. At least he tried. Down there in the circle, that's Jeffress feeding it out towards center. Musketeers are back at full strength, killing off a 5-on-3 power play. And Omaha blew it. Here's Vig with it. Omaha doing Omaha things, I'm telling you. Here's Shea with it behind the net. Shea around the boards. Anderson picked up there by Trey Jeffress out towards center. Oh, Jeffress, he gets taken down by Markinitis. But no, we're not going to call that. Here's Tepley, feeds it on over to Tomko. Tomko, in pass across, cannot connect with Tepley. Oh, and then Shaker got tripped up. Here's Garrett, shot saved by Ryder Shea. At 2:16 left. Whoa! Markinitis wants to start crap with Ryder Shea, our goaltender. How stupid can he be? God, we won't have to deal with them for the next several minutes. Coming up on the intermission, we'll recap this period. Take a look at some scores across the country, and that's about it. That's all coming up on our intermission. Here's Cole Hiles with it, feeds it off the boards there for Tepley. Charlie Vig is down there in the corner. Vig on back, Henrik Lasky. Here's Vig, a shot went up high and wide off the glass. Cole Hiles with it in the corner. Hiles, little deflection, take it back the other way. William Tomko. That third line can be extraordinary. Here's Elias Fontenay with it down there. Tomko tips it back. Carr towards center. Dallas View will take this one. View, 1:35 left to go. Carr feeds it on over to Christian Lyons. Lyons tipped there by View. It goes wide of Shaker. Shaker finally did make the decision to play it. It's Charlie Vig out towards center. Vig, he's got 3 Musketeer defenders on him. He just has to clear it back in behind the net. Taken there by Christian Lyons. Lyons, long toss, tipped by View. Picked up by Anderson, although he gets thrown into the boards, and a penalty is coming up. I like the sound of that. So Omaha's going to get penalized. Going to the box will be Drake Graham at 18:52. Didn't catch what it was for, but either way, we will take that. We will take that. Face-off will come to the left here of Shaker. 1:08 left to go on a power play. Let's hope Sioux City can convert here, because that would really, really be freaking nice. Face-off, one puck will roll back behind the net there for Findy St. Hubert, and he immediately clears it down ice. After all that, 1 minute left to go in this period. Here's Shane Gold with that. Gold out towards center. Gold feeds it on back there for Elias Vatney. Vatney towards center there with Max Anderson. Here's Anderson with it. Feeds it out at the blue line. That's Anderson in the corner. Anderson towards the blue line. Anderson pass across in front. Could not connect. Gary scores! Luke Gary! Power play goal! Muskies on the board first! Boy, what a setup! Luke Gary went off his skate, still able to maintain control of it, and gets it up over the shoulder of Shaker. For Luke Gary, that's his 7th goal on the season, and let's see, in terms of the power play, that's his first on the year. Time of the goal, 19:25. Face-off's won. Here's Markinitis with it. They're at center. Markinitis sends it down into the corner. Poyer with it. There for Stanger. Stanger picked up by Dakota Bailey. Jack Stanius with it. Stanius feeds it on over Tanner Morgan. Morgan picked up by Dakota Bailey. Bailey sends one down into the corner. 10 seconds left to go. Here's Poyer with it. 6 left. Shot out in front, picked up Dakota Bailey. Down to 2 seconds. Just kill it off. And that's the end of 1 period of play. 1-0. Sioux City in the lead. Officially at the end of 1. Alrighty, let's recap that period. Well, it started before, well, the game hadn't even started yet, actually. Because it was Adam Israelov and Dallas View going in for delay of game, because of course they did. Then at 35 seconds, Tommy Spencer went in, 2 minutes for tripping. 11:02, Kaysen Musket went in for checking from behind. Matei Tupley went in at 13:58 for cross-checking. 14:35. Oh, wait, no, 14:35, then 14:58. Max Anderson went in for a bench minor unsportsmanlike conduct. Just great. Then at 18:52, Drake Graham went in, 2 minutes for tripping. Then Luke Gary scored at the 19:24 mark from William Tomko and Max Anderson. Scores from across the USHL. Muskegon beat Team USA 6-4 earlier today. Tri-City is at Lincoln tied up at 0. Fargo leads Sioux Falls 1-0 at the end of 1. Dubuque leads Des Moines 5-1 at the end of the first. Chicago leads Green Bay 1-0 at the end of 1. About ready to get started with the second period in that one. NHL scores from across the country. Detroit leads Nashville 2-1 in the second intermission. Lightning lead the Flames 4-0 in the second intermission. Getting ready with the third. The Flyers are at the Panthers tied up at 2. 19:36 left to go in the third. The Blues are at the Devils tied up at 2. Second intermission, the Bruins lead the Islanders 2-1. Penguins lead the Sabres 1-0 with 13:29 left to go in the third. 5:08 left to go in the second. The Capitals lead the Jets 3-2. Rangers lead the Hurricanes 2-1 in the second intermission. This one's in the intermission too. The Maple Leafs are at the Blue Jackets tied up at 0. The Wild are at the Blackhawks tied up at 0. 11:35 left to go in the first. Coming up at 9 Eastern. Sharks at the Avalanche 9:30. Canadians at Mammoth 10 o'clock. Ottawa at Vegas, as well as the Vancouver at Anaheim, and Dallas at Seattle too as well. NBA scores here on this Wednesday. The Emirates NBA Cup. I still have no idea how that works, but Knicks lead the Hornets 100-80 with 10:16 left to go in the fourth quarter. The Heat lead the Bucks 60-54 with 9:49 left to go in the third quarter. The Raptors lead the Pacers 50-49 at halftime. Thunder lead the Timberwolves 49-39 at halftime. Pelicans lead the Grizzlies 48-42 with 6:44 left to go in the second quarter. Coming up here at about 9:30 Eastern, Rockets at the Warriors. Then at 10, the Spurs at Trailblazers, as well as the Suns at the Kings. And the Celtics beat the Pistons earlier tonight, 117-114. Men's college hoops top 25 action once I get it all updated here. Maybe if it wants to. Or it can just be a pain in my you-know-what, too. Right now, Kansas leads Tennessee 71-66 with 3:25 left to go in the second half. St. John's leads Auburn 39-30 at halftime. Coming up at 9 Eastern, NJIT, don't know what that is, but they're at Louisville. Then at 9:30, Gonzaga is at Michigan, as well as NC State at Texas. And then at 11:59 p.m. Eastern time, so 1 minute before Thanksgiving happens, Maryland's at Alabama. Kentucky beat Tennessee Tech earlier today, 104-54. Houston beat Notre Dame 66-56. Iowa State beat Syracuse 95-64. Texas Tech beat New Orleans 82-50. Vanderbilt beat Western Kentucky 83-78. Well, that's the end of the first period. We'll take a break. We'll be back in about 12 minutes. So about 9:10 p.m. Eastern Time with the second period. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.